It would not be right for the provincial government not to treat me right in my own country, where I was born and my forefathers were born. We are not foreigners. We did not come from some far-off country. We were born and grew up here. I never gave it to the government. I expected and claimed it as my own all along. I want every man to get 200 acres and the title to the same.
This summer, when our people went out into our territories, I think they've only begun to realize what a huge territory we have. My granddaughter, Adrian, and I were on top of the mountain viewing all of our territory. We were able to see where our people traveled the Grease Trail to trade with our relatives with the Mawachuts. It was very, very exciting.
I'm eating mountain blueberries. We get them here in Was and up Mount Cain area, lots of them, so they're very good.
Our band council thought it would be a good idea to mark the trail with carvings, so I was one hired to do that. You know, it goes along with being Numgies and putting a mark in our territory. How old was that? It was pretty old, eh? Was it like 4,500 years old?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. They carbon dated just a lot of the stuff that we found, and that's what it dated back to be.
Well, you know what this does, Harry? It confirms what we already know, that we're in our territory, that this has been used for thousands of years, you know. And even for our own people, it helps them understand and realize where we're from. And for the wider public, it's really confirmation for them, you know, because there's not an openness to accepting, you know, our sovereignty over our land and the fact that we've lived here for thousands of years.
This place is called Ustolis. The village site would have been maybe on either side of this little channel here. I don't know which side. We're all from here. This is the traditional land of the Gigilgum. And this was a very active fishing location for our people during the summer and the fall. Take a look around. This is where you're from.
I'm just happy that I had the chance to come up here and bring my son. And this is where my great-grandfather was from. And I've never been up here before, and now I know how to get here. I'd come back, for sure.
It feels good just thinking and remembering how when you see on like old pictures and stuff where the canoes are all lined up on the beach and stuff. It's pretty cool.
I would say overwhelming, to begin with, overwhelming with happiness that I feel like we've all been guided by our ancestors to finally come home. And I can visualize all my great-great-great-grandparents just standing there watching us and happy that we're back in our traditional land. And this is where home is, even though we live in Alert Bay, but this is where home is for me.
I think they've probably been saying, where were you guys? It took you so long. But they're probably all smiling up there now, knowing that we're down here where we're supposed to be.
This territory here belongs to Ninilk Inuk people from our upriver tribe. And what you see here is a pictograph marking territories and talking about the history of our people. Our people have been doing this for thousands of years, marking their territories. If we've got resource sites, sometimes our people put guardian faces there or just simply eyes on rocks. And it was to let people know that we're permitted to be there, that these places belong to people and that they're being guarded, if not by warriors, but spiritually, that our ancestors are watching what people were doing. So to tell you the truth, I was always proud to be Numgrease. I knew where I came from, but it wasn't until I walked from that end over the Grease Trail and been on these lakes, up and down, up in the rivers, that I really knew who I was. Everything we are comes from our land, our spirituality, our language, our songs, our dances, our artwork. That's why we're unique, because our land is unique to the other nations beside us. The significance of the 5 coppers on the rock face are representing the 5 clans of our people. We're now into our territories, entering into Numgrease territory from the Mamtagila people's territory. So we wanted to mark this as a welcoming to the tribes that came for our canoe gathering called Tlaqui many years ago. It was a welcoming sign from our people to all our guests coming into our territories, and every day that people come in, that it's a welcoming, and also to let the people know that we're still here and we're still alive and that we know who we are and what our identity is.